Good morning, friends. We are at Yuyuan Gardens in Shanghai, China, where we have been for the last week almost.
Yeah, and guys, it has been so ice cold. I ended up having to get a new jacket.
Florida people are struggling in this weather. I haven't been able to feel my fingers in the last week.
Yeah.
We're so grateful that the place that we're staying at has a booming heater.
It's a killer place. But today we're actually going to be taking you guys through Old Shanghai, which has a lot of really cool old architecture. And
beautiful shops. Yuyuan Gardens is one of the biggest places to see here in Shanghai, and we're coming just a week before Chinese New Year, which is on January 25th, and everything in town is decked out with red lanterns and festive floats and lights. And so it's a beautiful time of year to be here.
Yeah, it is. And the experience has been absolutely amazing. So rather than talk about it, we should just show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sorry, we're gonna have to take a quick pause. If you guys watched our Indian wedding vlogs, which you guys can click down in the description below to see, you would know that we got invited by one of our followers on Instagram. His name is Chaitanya. He's such a sweet human. And anyway, we want to send him a care package, so he'll have it by the time this video comes out.
Sorry we dropped off after getting the stuff in the store. We got some pretty cool items for our friends, but I guess we'll have to show it to you a little later because it started pouring rain.
It did, and it doesn't help that it is ice cubes
here.
And so now, you know, this isn't a waterproof jacket.
No.
My jeans aren't waterproof. And now I'm damp and cold and wet.
And on top of that, not a waterproof camera.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's kind of important. But anyway, so we have made it to what? Yuyuan Gardens? Yuyuan Gardens.
Y-U-A-N Gardens.
Yes.
Which basically is a giant mall. There's Yuyuan Gardens, which there's tickets and you pay for and you have to go in. But if you want to walk around through these beautiful buildings that were built in 1851, they are built in traditional Chinese architecture. And if you want to feel like you are in China, this is just a beautiful place to take pictures, to walk around. And if you're here on a cold day like we are, a great place to walk in and get some heater.
That's exactly it. You kind of like peruse the aisles so that way you can enjoy the heating.
Yeah, the last time that we were here with our friend Shishi, we walked into the Pandora store where I stood and tried rings on for 30 minutes just so that I could have the heater on me because I couldn't feel my fingers.
That's exactly it. All right, so I think we're gonna go ahead and just take you guys through a couple stores because this is really just a nice place to come, have a lazy afternoon, walk around, peruse, maybe grab a couple souvenirs.
Yeah.
It's a nice spot.
And also, again, if you're here during Chinese New Year, you'll be able to see an obscene display of Chinese lanterns everywhere, which isn't common all year round, and you'll also be able to see floats.
Yeah.
But look at this! So pretty. Everything just feels like you're stepping through time. If you were someone who was a fan of Chinese movies when you were younger and loved watching, you know, Chinese architecture in its finest, you'll be able to see that here. And something that I really love about Yuyuan is that while you're walking through all the traditional Chinese architecture, it's like the juxtaposition because you see the Bund, which is the Shanghai skyline and all of its incredible skyscrapers all behind these beautiful traditional Chinese buildings. So it's just fascinating to be here and see, you know, ancient China and then super China metropolis, which is very neat.
Literally, this is exactly what we're talking about. You just walk through the most beautiful buildings, and it's amazing that they have built so much infrastructure around buildings that are just so old. And they have like little walkways that you can go through, and since it is almost Chinese New Year, they have it just set up and decorated like Annette said. It's amazing. Anyways, see you next time. We'll see you in the next place. I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be here. All right, here, go this way. Take a right.
And so is our friends over there. We must have come here on a holiday.
So many umbrellas.
So many umbrellas. And we're the ones that don't have the umbrella. Oh, damp and wet. It's cold. Oh, there's the Pandora store that I tried things on and under the heater for an hour. Look at all these koi fish! My goodness. Wow. Stupid thing number 452 that Annette says in China. This feels so Chinese. It just feels like I'm like walking through a Chinese movie. Aww, 漂亮。
谁呀？谢谢。
You're so sweet.
万事如意。
Yeah, 漂亮，非常感谢。再见。He was so nice. He just gave us like Chinese artwork, and he took a super cute picture of Daniel and I, and then came back and found us to give us his artwork, and then gave me a hug.
We were literally just taking some of the pictures that I'll put up now, and he just put his camera in our face, and so we smiled for the camera, and it came out as a great picture, and then he found us and gave us that. The Chinese people, yeah, what a sweet man, but the Chinese people have been so nice. So nice. And you put just a little bit of effort into trying to learn like, hello, thank you, how are you? And it goes so far. Oop. All right, we're gonna keep walking because I think we're kind of congesting the line.
Apparently this at nighttime is meant to be really pretty. Surprisingly, believe it or not, this is way less crowded than it was the other day. Nobody was allowed to stop for photos.
Yeah,
and
no.
This time you're only, kind of getting hit by thousands of umbrellas at the same time.
I've been hit in the head like 3 times.
I was trying to take this woman's photo, and people kept catching their wet umbrellas into my hair.
Did they really?
Yeah. Guys, all part of the experience.
It really is. When you just have so many people.
Yeah.
We bump into people all of the time, and no one bats an eye because it's so common. Like, you don't stop to say, I'm sorry, just no one bumps into each other intentionally.
No. And when you think about the fact that the fifth of the world's population lives in China, I don't think they have time for all those pleasantries. If you had to apologize to every single person you bumped into, you would never make it to work.
No, it would take you like 3 hours longer than it should.
My goodness.
Oh.
But we've met some of the loveliest people here in China. Just people who are beside themselves to help you. The language barrier here, y'all, is
has been
real.
legit. Yesterday we were in a noodle shop and I was trying to order noodles because the menu was all in Mandarin and obviously no one there actually spoke English.
Right.
And we tried using Google Translate and it did not work.
No. But then the other day, Daniel, impressively, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you would have seen he had a 3-hour conversation using Google Translate.
And it worked out great.
Perfect.
I would speak to my phone in English and he would speak to his phone in Mandarin and it couldn't be done better.
Each other. It was really cool to be a witness to that conversation, and they talked about some serious topics about famines in China and how they eat everything and how people eat very strange things here.
Sometimes very strange, and you can't actually legally eat snake because he's like, we would eat snakes extinct.
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 Is that like
I'm creating a new word.
A nutritionally deficient snake? No.
That was
bad. What I love about this mall is it has tons of little alleyways that look just like these with overhangs and Chinese lanterns, and it's okay. So sometimes you bump into people and hit people with umbrellas, and sometimes you stand in the middle of people's photos. Sometimes people just take photos of you because you don't look like you're from here. But it's just pretty. It's pretty to walk around, and if you wanted to shop and drop a lot of money here, you can do that too. I'm gonna go into this tea shop because I can't feel my face. Hi. Yeah. Ooh, it smells super good in here. Can smell?
Yeah, it smells. It loves food.
Smell that. Okay, we're gonna finish selling these teas and get back to you after.
Exactly on the opposite.
Okay, we need to go to the lantern shop. Can you imagine bringing these home with you? This is great.
你好。
谢谢。Wowza, what a festive store. I wonder if this is China's version of Party City, where people buy all of their Chinese New Year sort of festive decorations here. How beautiful.
Beautiful.
漂亮. Okay guys, well thank you so much for joining us on this vlog through the Yuyuan Mall. We can no longer feel our fingers or our faces, and it is starting to rain pretty heavily. So we're gonna let you go now, but make sure that you click the subscribe button down below so you can see the rest of our adventures around the world. As the end screens pop up, make sure that you see our binge watch from the beginning playlist or whatever playlist shows up here, and we'll see you on our next adventure.